Hello, hello. This is Paula coming at you from Paula's Wonderful Life. I know it has been a long time since my last video, but I've had some things happen in my life. My son ended up moving out with his girlfriend, and I lost a dear friend to cancer. And so I just needed to take time off and just kind of get my bearings again and enjoy the little moments in life and be creative and reinvent myself. So now I'm back. You will notice some changes in my decor. I love the English country, but I'm somewhat eclectic, and I'm a collector and I'm a maximalist, and I love the color orange, and I love greens, and I love blacks and purples, and I don't really know what my decor preference is. I want to say eclectic, dark academia, cottagey kind of, maximalist decor. But you are going to see some changes. I have still continued to thrift throughout the summer, and my local thrift store has been a gold mine where that is concerned. So I'm just going to take you now through. I have decorated for fall and I've decorated for Halloween, of course. It's my favorite holiday. I know some of you probably don't believe in the holiday. Whatever you choose to believe in is your right. But I celebrate Halloween, and I decorate my home for Halloween, and my grandchildren enjoy it. So anyway, I'm going to start with my front door. I found this feather wreath at my local thrift store, and it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. And I apologize for the sun, but it seems like the sun is going down earlier and earlier every day, and we are having what I like to call now the golden hour before it sets. But I just love the red and the black, and there's like little shimmers of green. And I got this for $4, and it's just kind of ominous hanging on the black door. So I thought I'd show you that. And then this is my entryway when you first walk into my home. Not much has changed here since the spring. Still have my little antique bed turned bench. And my dog likes to jump up there and look out the window when I'm pulling out of the driveway or while I'm pulling in, and bark out the window. Fritzy has not changed in that category. You might hear him growl and fuss. Here is a picture. We had paint night at the local establishment where I manage, and we had this painting. It was last October, and I kept it and just kind of hung it up here when you first walk in. And now we're going to enter my living room. And you will note, there's Fritzy. Hi, Fritzy. And you will notice some different things about my decor. I still love vintage, but I like to throw in a little modern here and there. I love this chair. I just thrifted this maybe 2 weeks ago at my local thrift store. And if I remember correctly, it was like $9. $9. It looks vintage. I'm not sure, but I just like the looks of it. So I decided to get it. And I have a mirror. And then I have these little, they're night lights, but they're like a copper color. I've had these probably 4 or 5 years. And they're really pretty at night. That's new. I got that little sun wall hanging. And I changed out my long tie-back curtains. And I went with something kind of funky. I got these off of Etsy. And I like them. I love the animal print. Something kind of fun. And I don't have the curtains hanging down blocking all my light. And the cat liked to play in them and snag them, and now that doesn't happen anymore because they're way up here. This is cute. I wore this last Halloween. It's a witch hat, and I just plopped it on top of the lampshade. There's just a little like 20-watt bulb in there, so it doesn't get hot. This table is the one that I had in my dining room. It's a 9-foot table, but when you take the leaves out and you fold the sides down, it's a nice little small table. And I thought it looked cute in the bay area. Excuse the cat food, but Ivy's a princess and she needs to have her food up on the table there because the dog will eat it otherwise. But at least I have it in a nice little cut glass bowl. And then in here I just have some seeds that I got at my friend's celebration of life and some books on herbs under this glass dome that I thrifted. And then over here, I got this clock. I got this at St. Vinny's in Verona. And I thought that was pretty. This is new. Mixed Tiles, I think, .com. And I just like it. She's just laying around, vegging. Cat laying on top of her. It's called The Waiting Game. We've all been there, right, girls? And then, of course, I have my skull. Very creepy, and I can't remember where I purchased this, but I've had this for like 20 years. And it used to light up, like optical, fiber optic lights, but they don't work anymore. I thrifted this little typewriter. I got this on Facebook Marketplace, and I only paid, I think it was like $15. I love it. And the grandkids come over and they like to pretend that they're typing on it. And it just looks really nice on my thrifted desk. And then this table is amazing. I just picked this up over the weekend and it was only $30. And they look like swans, but they're swan head carvings. And there's 3 of them. And it's dark wood, and I just like it. And then I picked this up a while back at my local thrift store. And I just set it on top of there, and it looks amazing. And then my gallery wall. It's changed a little bit. Some of the things I've had on there before, but like this here is new and I like it. There's pops of orange, there's florals, which matches the other floral prints that I have. And then I added a new print in that frame, another pop of orange. I just love it. Just makes me happy. And those are battery operated tapers that I got off of Amazon. I got these pillows off of Amazon. They're pillow covers, I should say. And I love the way they look. And then over here, I didn't know what to do with this picture. I had it over my mantle. And I didn't really have room for it because it's so big. So I thought, well, why not use it as a valance on the door that goes out to the side porch. So I did that, and it worked out great. It's wood. It's not a real print or a real painting. And I have all of my little battery-operated candles on a timer. So they come on at night at the same time. A little early today because of the video. And then I like to decorate this for the seasons. And I just have some dried hydrangeas and some skulls, and I got that horned skull head off of Amazon. Just kind of witchy, creepy looking, kind of glowing. If you look closely in this jar, I have some little skulls. And that's a little coin purse that my friend that passed away, she gave that to me last year for, it was my birthday. And I have a candle out. This is cool. I found this at my local thrift store in the book section. And it's really old and it's really thick. And you do have to use the magnifying glass to look anything up. But I like the way that looks, especially at night. Fritz, you're being such a good boy. And then I have this little side area off the living room, and this is where my granddaughter's little dollhouse is. There's a niche in the wall. And then that used to be an exterior window, and I had a video out there, I think one of my earlier ones, how I made that into like a little shelving unit. I love religious art. I don't know who these children are. I saw them at a garage sale and I just purchased them and hung them on the wall. It looks like two different First Communion celebrations. And then this is my mantle. I just have a few sprays of full foliage. I didn't go with my leaf garland like I did last year. Sometimes less is more. Not all the time though. And all the foliage I had before. And like I say, my favorite color is orange, and I just love pops of orange. And a friend of mine painted this, and I love it, how it looks. And I purchased this at my local thrift store. It is gorgeous. I think it's Jamaican Mother or Jamaican Madonna. I can't remember. But anyway, look at that look. Look at that beautiful, strong look. Protective, determined look on her face. It's just beautiful. And I had to have it. And I got these off of Amazon. It's feathers. I think they're pheasant feathers. And of course, I have more battery candles. And I just love how it looks. And then you come down here. I don't know if you can see me or not. And I have my little fake fireplace. I just love it. It does throw heat, but I usually just put the fire, just the lighting on. I don't use the heater. And it's pretty. I have another candle out. Oh my goodness. And over here, I just have this old bookcase. I acquired this from a friend. And kind of just stores blankets and a spare pillow for a sleepover. Let me try to find my, here we go. There we go. Here, looks better. That is a real wood burning fireplace behind there, but I rent. I wish I owned this house because I would definitely get that fireplace up and going again. And more of the leopard print to match my valances. I love a mixture of prints, florals, animal prints, texture. I also got new rugs from, I think it was rugs.com. And these, there's more of a plush feel to them. They're really soft. And I just like, excuse my shoes, I just like how they look. Again, more pattern. I will do a nighttime tour to just music. And then I love these on YouTube, the TV art. And he lights up with orange lights in there. Isn't he something? Oh, and then these books. I purchased these. They're orange, of course. Got to have orange. And these hats. I got these at my local thrift store. And this is a an actual Stetson. Very old. And it's in really good shape. And I think they were like $12 at my local thrift store. $12. This one here too. And I did Google them, and I think it said the 1920s. But it's got a Kennedy pin on there. And it's got a band that goes around there. And then I just love them. And then my old door turned mirror that I got off of Facebook Marketplace. Oh, that must have been 4 years ago. And then a friend gave me these. I think they're Chinese lanterns is what they're called. And they dry really nice. Those are from last year. And I just store them away in a tote. And then I got that beaded, fringed, I don't know, it's like a shawl. And I don't know, but you can see there are some color differences in there. Isn't it pretty? I got that at my local thrift store last summer, and I did use it in my decor last year. And then I got another typewriter at my local thrift store, this one, and it's attached to this case. And in the case, there's like this little spring-loaded like clip, probably I don't know what for, maybe paper, extra paper, but I got this poster because I love the orange. And I just put it inside there and it looks really nice. And then I still have the lamp on this old chair, but I did change out. It's just an old frame. And I just glued, it was a magnet, it's for a refrigerator, but I just glued it on there and it holds this little poster. And then this little footstool, I recently got at an estate sale. It is wrought iron. And I love the upholstery on it. It matches my decor. Love, love, love this time of year. Everything is just so cozy. Oh, and I got this at my local thrift store. She's beautiful. These prints I thrifted at my local thrift store last year. I love those also. And now we're going to go into my dining room. And my dining room is completely changed. Like completely changed. So this table and the office chairs used to be in front of the window in the living room. But there really wasn't enough room to sit. And I just love these old office chairs. And they do swivel. And they're sturdy. This one here I thrifted off of Facebook Marketplace. I think it was like $25. This one here I thrifted at my local thrift store. And I'm thinking it was only like $9.99. I ordered this off of Amazon, but this I lucked out and I found at my local thrift store for like $4. Always look where the tablecloths and the sheets and the pillowcases and the blankets, because you'll find some good textiles. And I just thrifted these today. They kind of have a peacock vibe, and I like that because they match the runner. And I think this one, here's the other one. I thrifted 2 of them. And it says the Bombay Company. But they're gorgeous. And I think this has a price tag on it. Yeah, $1.99. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Little votives. And I love plants. I have lots of plants. And I do keep them year round. So I had to bring in some green and some orange. The 2 chairs that you see, I got those off of Facebook Marketplace 2 years ago before I moved in here. And I had one in each bedroom. But I decided to bring them out like a little lounge area where you can sip on a little cocktail when you have company over. The window cling I got off of Amazon. And it's got like a stained glass look to it with little pops of orange and green. And the prisms I got off of Amazon. They catch the light. I love that. And I got rid of the curtains in here too. And I just kind of used a garland that I had last year on the shelf. I'll probably put a faux pumpkin there and there like I did last year. I just can't find them. They're upstairs somewhere. And then let me tell you about this, okay? This is metal. The frame hasn't changed. The frame is the same, and it was just a shiny sheet of metal in the middle there. And I just used magnets to like hang pictures on. We'd use them for events at the business that I manage. And it's huge. And I always had it on the floor, and I never knew what to do with it. So one day, I ordered a textured paint roller. And I painted the metal with chalk paint. I painted it that ivory. And then I used the embossed roller with some brown. And I just rolled it on. Looks like wallpaper. And then I used some antique wax watered down. And I kind of rub that on there to kind of darken it up in spots and make it look aged. This is 1 sheet of tissue paper. I was on Etsy and I saw for probably decorating furniture or, I don't know, a dresser or something you can use, a full sheet like this. And I thought, well, that would be pretty. It's got pops of gold that matches the frame and orange. And I just love it. So I just ordered it and I decoupaged it onto the painting technique that I did. And then I took some gold paint, just acrylic paint, and I freehanded that little thin gold border. And I think it turned out really, really good. Like I said, this is huge. And it hides my air conditioner. My air conditioner is in the window. I do not have central air. And it hides my ugly air conditioner. Hopefully we don't need to use the air conditioner anymore. It is October after all. But you never know. We've had some crazy weather in the last couple weeks. And then I have more of those dried Chinese lanterns. Now, these are toxic to animals. There's like a berry inside that little puff. And if the berry's eaten, then it can be toxic and make your animal sick. But it's so funny because the cat has not bought, because it blends in with the flowers in the picture. And I don't think she knows that they're there. I really don't. Because this has been up for like the last 3 weeks. And she has not touched them. I thrifted this at the same estate sale that I thrifted that little footstool that you've seen. And all my plants. I have more out on my side porch that I need to bring in for the winter. But I just love how that turned out. I just like it. It's a cozy little spot to sit. And then this wall unit was across the street from where I work. There's a tax service office. And this was outside with free on it. So I just had a couple gentlemen move it to my house, and I dragged it inside with a friend and put all my stuff on it. So, of course, I have my Jesus picture that I thrifted. And then I got some of these peacock feathers. I had that. I got this. The place is called Atomic Antiques, and I'm telling you, it's gorgeous in there. And this is an Art Nouveau, like a footed brass bowl. Those are like fish. I love it. Just a lot going on. I brought out my amber bottles that I thrifted. And everything you see is thrifted. Everything. And I got some beading. I thrifted this today. It doesn't work, of course. It still has a cord. I'm sure I could, but I don't trust it. But look how cute that is. Love that. I got this also at that same estate sale. And I thrifted this at my local, it's a little cribbage board shaped like a whale. Isn't that cute? I just love all this funky stuff. It just, I don't know, it's different. It starts conversation. It's kind of got that bohemian feel to it. Kind of a New Orleans-y kind of feel. I love it. And then, of course, I've got my little built-ins full of stuff. I've got some books in there. Some little things that I've collected. Of course, you gotta have a ghost. And then I have another built-in over here, full of stuff. Everything thrifted. And then my clock. I have to wind that every day or so, every couple days. Love it. And I've got my keyboard set up out here, and I found this another wrought iron legged bench for my keyboard at that same estate sale. And the flowers are kind of like orangey coral and brown. which matches my decor. And I just love how it looks. Kind of fancies up the keyboard. And I have the same rug out here. And then I have to show you what I did here. This is funny. I had this frame. And it's a frame. And it was falling apart. And it was brown and dirty. And I painted it with chalk paint. This pretty olive green. And then I brushed it with that Rub and Buff, the antique gold. Kind of highlight the raised parts. And then I put some clear wax on there. And then I had this little table. And this fit right on top. So it's kind of like bordering this little table, and I like the way it looks. You know, sometimes you got to think outside the lines and repurpose whatever you got and just keep it out of the landfill, you know? Put it to use. I just like how that looks. Another little conversation piece. And of course, I got to have my stacked suitcases, vintage suitcases. And then I thrifted this at my local thrift store. And I like how it looks. I'll leave it in here all year long because I have pops of orange now. But I just like how it looks. And this kind of has a peacocky kind of feel to it also. So yeah, here's that. Fritzy. Fritzy. And then I have a collection of religious art. I've got a couple of Last Suppers. And then I got this. You've seen this before. This used to be hanging on the living room wall. And my little Italian porcelain girl that I thrifted at the thrift store. Just like how that looks. I keep all my crystal glassware and my spirits. I don't think I can get anything else on that wall unit. Now we're going to go into my kitchen. And I think everything in here is like pretty much the same. This is a puzzle that somebody glued together and framed. Beautiful. I love copper molds. You'll see them all over in my decor on the wall. This is just a collection of stuff. Just stuff. Sorry about that. The dog was barking. These are cool. A friend of mine makes a spiced red wine at Christmas time, and she gave me all of these. And she told me I could keep the bottles. Well, I'm ready for her, because I told her that I want this filled with the mulled spiced red wine this year. I got this at my thrift store. Perfect. My pizza that I made for supper, a collection of spices. This is a working kitchen. I cook a lot. I have a wall of mugs, mix-matched mugs. I got that wall rack off of Amazon. And I have my good old percolator. Lately, I've been using my French press for coffee. It is delicious. Delicious coffee. My electric tea kettle. Of course, my witch mug. All kinds of little things. I got this at the thrift store, St. Vinny's, when I purchased that clock. Somebody hand painted that. It's beautiful. It's got kind of a French feel. I think the lamp has changed since my last video. Of course, you gotta have an orange bowl full of candy corn. I love candy corn. And then over here, you'll recognize this Ethan Allen buffet. It's got little wheels on it. It's heavy. And I've got it all decorated for Halloween. My little jack-o'-lanterns and my little wine bottle sweater and hat. Hilarious. And I just have some plates, vintage plates on the wall. I made this bottle, I don't know, probably 3 years ago. Drink Up Witches. Just a collection of things that I can't let go of. And then, of course, we have the room off the kitchen. It's just got pretty much everything I can't fit anywhere else in the house. Oh, funny. Little shelf. Lots of plants. I'm a plant lady. And then over here, I got this off of Facebook Marketplace. And I thought it would be a cute planter. So I had some starters in water and planted them in there. It's footed and it's really cute. All my silverware is out. We use these plates every day. This is Chef Boyardee crust, or the kit with the sauce and the crust. I'm telling you, you can't beat it. And then you just purchase cheese and fresh basil. Delicious. I'm a sucker for utensils. And then I have to show you, I painted this when the kids were little. My little Grandma Moses painting. And if you look close, there's a phantom in the graveyard. The grandkids like to look at that. Grandma, you painted that? Yup. Funny. But yes, I just love my little house. And I love my little cozy kitchen. And it's really warm in the winter too. I don't have any drafts, it's cozy. And I put this indoor-outdoor, it's a patio rug. I got it at Walmart. I think it was like $69 a couple years ago, and I just put it down on top of the linoleum floor. And it cozies it up. So yeah, there's my long, informative tour. And I hope you all have, I have to tell you about these too. I never liked this chandelier. Just never liked it. Because all the bulbs that I got were like really tall in it. You know, those chandelier bulbs that come to a point on top. And then I've tried the amber bulbs and I've tried all kinds, and the light bulbs were like really tall and I didn't like the way it looked. So I found these on Amazon, and they're little amber bulbs. They're small. And I think they're only like 20 watt, 25 watt, maybe. Let me turn this off. And they've got like a design, like a cut glass design. And now I'm in love with the chandelier. Now I'm in love with it because it gives off a warm glow and the bulbs are low and tight. And I just love it. So I drape artificial garland around there. Like in the wintertime, I'll put pine bows or pine garland. And I just love how it looks now. I can't get enough of it. So that is my tour. That's what's been going on. I've just been trying to make myself happy and kind of get back into enjoying life and being creative. I love my home. And I just love how it looks. It's still got that old-fashioned look, but it's got more of a collective look, a more eclectic kind of look to it, I think. And I like that. All right. That's all I have for you. Again, I'm going to try to get on here and do some thrift finds and show you how I style them. But until then, this is Paula from Paula's Wonderful Life. And enjoy this holiday season of color. All right. Bye-bye.